We're heading down a path that we've been fighting so hard to get out of. We out here in these streets. I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I'm just Christocratic. I just like common sense, y'all, in my politics. Today's politics, I just want to talk a little bit about the ideal of the impeachment of the current president. Whether we like him a lot, whether you want him impeached or whether you don't want him impeached, this to me is not about whether somebody did something wrong. To me, this is about a society that is showing that we're moving into a phase where we can just say anything about somebody. And this gets into what I believe what the mark of the beast is going to be about. I'm sorry to get biblical on you guys, but no, I'm not even sorry about that. What am I talking about? But this is the start of censoring the things that you say. And it eventually get to the point where you can't even say Christ. And you be put in jail just for saying Christ, just for saying something. This is showing you that we have a party system who wants to start convicting people when they don't like you, just because they don't like you. They want to find something wrong. And the funny thing is, if we get to a point in our politics and in our society where we're convicting people just because we don't like you. Oh, I don't like you, so I'm going to call the police on you. I don't like you, so I'm going to keep calling the police on you until they arrest you. I don't like you. I'm going to go to court and say you did this so you can go to jail because I don't like you. We're heading down a path that we've been fighting so hard to get out of. And again, you don't have to like the president, but I put myself in his shoes. If I didn't do something, why is somebody else who wasn't there saying, you know you did it, you know you did it? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I just said I didn't do it. Then the person involved in it said I didn't do it. Then your investigation said that you can't find any proof that I did it and it's showing that I didn't do it. Why are you still saying that? Like, who wants to be convicted for something they didn't do? Nobody. So why are we now endorsing that with our president? And if they can do that to the highest person in our society, what do you think they're going to do to us? Minorities, black people, people who are poor, people who don't have financial gain or the finances or the clout, the financial clout in this world. What do you think they're going to do to us? We got to stop looking at things through the lens of, I don't like you or my feelings, because feelings are fleeting. We know that. And we got to move to a society where we're continually seeing things factual, seeing things based on evidence, seeing things based on truth. Because especially if those who prescribe to a Christian rhetoric or any type of religion, even if you're Islamic, and I'm not talking about radical Islam people, I'm talking about those who aspire to any spiritual or religion that conveys a spiritual side to it, meaning we're supposed to be people of peace and people of truth, people that look at fact and truth. If we're about truth, then the truth of the matter, we shouldn't be going through this whole impeachment thing. We can disagree with the president. We don't have to vote for him. If you don't like him, you don't have to vote for him. But we shouldn't ruin a man just because we don't like him. That's because all of us have stuff in our life. Every one of us. The Bible says, he without sin cast the first stone, right? If he says that, that means if you're perfect in what you do, then go ahead, go impeach him. But if you're not, then what are you doing? You find no fault. Especially in this situation where there is no fault. Now, if he did it, he doesn't deserve to be president. But it hasn't been proven. So what are we doing? What type of society do you want to live in? Is that the society you want to live in where somebody can go and say somebody did something and they can go to jail? Then guess what? A lot of our black men will be in jail. A lot of our Latino men will be in jail. A lot of our white men will be in jail. This is not even about race. But if it is about race, how much more would we be put in jail because somebody said something? Because somebody claimed something. And because somebody got any emotions. Oh, he really did it. And he's... And we're supposed to believe them. So, this is my thoughts on it. Look, 2020 is here. We got to carefully think about what type of society we want to have. Do we want to have a society that's lawless, that allows for people to be blamed and convicted without evidence? Or do we want to have a fair society that wants everybody to prosper? And that's my take. Thank you guys for joining me on this show. I really appreciate that. Kenda, make sure you like, and subscribe. All my social medias, that's Chris Conscious. That's The Wiley Life. That's Speak Music Radio, and also Cypher on the Block. You can find me on all of those. You don't have to subscribe to all, but I would like if you do subscribe to all. I have a Patreon account. That's Wiley Life at Patreon, patreon.com/The Wiley Life. Please go ahead and if you support my show. I also have a store. You can get t-shirts, you can get mugs, like you can get my filming woo, or you can get my We Out Here in the Streets shirt. And then I have a lot of other hoodies and stuff coming. I got my Get Big Elite stuff. If you guys are into fitness and workout, very nice things that you guys can support the show by purchasing. Excuse me, that was a nasty burp. So, hey, I appreciate you guys. And until next time, we out here in these streets.